You're listening to Cyber 94 Podcast. If you want to break into cybersecurity with real-life experience, go to cyber94.com.
All right, Chloe, let's dive right into our main story. We've got the return of a supposedly notorious group. And honestly, it's a bit of a wild ride. We're talking about CyberVolk.
Right.
You know, the pro-Russian hacktivist collective that's been pretty much off the radar for most of the year.
That's right, Ben. They've resurfaced.
Okay.
And what's always been unique about them is their entire infrastructure is run on the messaging app Telegram. They're offering a ransomware as a service model.
Whoa.
Which, yeah, basically means they rent out their malicious tools to, any aspiring cybercriminal who wants to pay.
It's like they're trying to franchise cybercrime,
Yeah.
making it point-and-click easy for anyone to lock up a victim's files and demand money. On the surface, that sounds genuinely terrifying. But, and this is a huge but, their big comeback weapon,
Right.
a new ransomware they call VolkLocker, has a tiny little problem.
Tiny is an understatement, Ben. It's fundamentally broken. The cybersecurity researchers at SentinelOne who took it apart found something almost unbelievable.
Okay.
The encryption key, the one secret piece of code you need to unlock the victim's files, isn't secret at all.
Wait, what do you mean? Where is it?
It's hard-coded right into the software itself. The best analogy I can think of is a bank building a brand new impenetrable vault
Okay.
and then welding the combination to the front of the door in giant metal numbers for everyone to see. Anyone who gets their hands on the ransomware also gets the universal key to defeat it.
You're kidding me. So if a company gets hit by this VolkLocker, their files are encrypted, they get a ransom note,
Yep.
but they don't have to pay a thing? They can just recover all their data for free?
For free. The article rightly calls it an underwhelming comeback. The researchers' best guess is that it was just a colossal mistake.
Wow.
Something like a legitimate programmer accidentally leaving a master password in the final version of their product. It's a massive, embarrassing blunder.
This completely shatters the mystique of these all-powerful, shadowy hacker groups, doesn't it? But the article also brings up an interesting question about CyberVolk's identity. The article asks whether they're really hacktivists fighting for a cause or just financially motivated criminals hiding behind a pro-Russia stance.
And an error like this really gives weight to the latter argument. Most hacktivist groups, they focus on disruption.
Right.
Like distributed denial of service attacks or cyber-espionage for political reasons. Adding ransomware is a clear cash grab. And when your primary money-making tool is this fundamentally flawed,
Yeah.
it suggests you're perhaps not the criminal masterminds you pretend to be.
And yet, some of their operation is quite sophisticated. You mentioned they run it all on Telegram.
I did.
The article notes that their system has some slick built-in automation.
It does, and that's the baffling part. When a computer gets infected, the malware automatically takes a screenshot and sends basic system info straight to the attacker's Telegram chat.
Whoa.
It gets a neat little notification saying, hey, you got one. The delivery system is streamlined and modern.
So,
It's like building a high-tech Formula One race car, but then forgetting to put an engine in it.
the final picture is of a notorious cybercrime group making a grand return with an easy-to-use service,
Right?
but they failed on the most critical part, making their weapon actually work. It's less of a terrifying threat and more of a story about cybercrime incompetence.
It absolutely is, and it's a fantastic reminder that not every cyber threat is the work of some untouchable genius operating in the shadows.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just people making clumsy, critical mistakes.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Does a public blunder like this actually make a group like CyberVolk less dangerous? Or does the very accessibility of their tools on platforms like Telegram still pose a significant threat by lowering the bar for entry into cybercrime, even if the tools themselves are flawed?